Hello Libra, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for December 2024. We are using the Lepus Tarot and we are using the Elder Futhark on Birch runes, on birch wood. So let's get started with a card from the Lepus Tarot. And we have the Devil. So, Libra, be very careful this month that you are with what you're doing, because there's going to be parts of it that you're going to be doing because you feel obligated to do it, that you feel like you are trapped to do it, that you feel like you have no choice. But it's not in your best interest, and you know this, and there's going to be a sense of, I can't get out of this, I am absolutely obligated to this, but you are actually a lot freer than you think you are. The Devil in the Smith-Waite deck has the two people with chains on, but the two people with chains on, the chains are really loose, so like you can walk away at any time basically, but be very careful when you're doing this, because there's going to be a lot going on this month, and there's going to be situations where you may find yourself like feeling uncomfortable, and then you're going to be like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? So I said a lot of it's going to be about energy levels this month. That's going to be a huge focus for you, I say as I lay the energy levels card, the energy levels rune down. Yes, very nice. I'm going to explain this in a minute. I'm really happy to see that rune there. And let's get the last rune of the month. Ooh, you get the blank rune. Nice. Central issue for this month, Libra. We have Savila, which is the rune of the sun. The sun has to do with source energy. It is whatever it is that when you access it, always energizes you. It always nourishes you. So your focus this month really is on energy levels. You're really going to be wanting to economize your energy. Make sure that you are directing your energy in the best possible way as you move through the month, because you do only have a finite amount of it per day. With some ways that you can replenish it throughout the day, but really just be very careful with your energy levels, because there's a lot going on. And doing things that are not in your best interest is definitely not in your best interest. Leading up to this, we have Kaunaz reversed. Kaunaz is the rune of the torch and the fire, and this has to do with focus. If it's upright, then it's expansion and opening out of focus, something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze. So it may also be things that are expanding and happening that way. But in this case, we have it reversed on the path line leading up to the now. So it's a honing of focus, but it's also a narrowing of options. You may find yourself, it's like this, everything has sort of led up until this moment, and now we have this situation where you have a finite amount of energy to direct to whatever the month is going to bring, and there's going to be a lot, and a lot of it is not going to be in your best interest, and you're going to be dodging this devil throughout the month, basically. What is going to help you is represented by Ivaz. Ivaz is the rune of the yew tree. This has to do with patience, slow growth, slow development, step by step, and moving between worlds. And what is basically being suggested here is take your time this month. Try not to be rushed through things this month. Try to make sure that you are taking the steps, like being careful with the steps that you're taking. And that may mean really pausing before saying yes to a thing, and really seeing if that feels right before going for it. It may just be like making sure that all the steps are being taken to make sure that things are going to be okay for maintaining your energy levels. And it may also even involve making sure that you are spending time in, like, not fully focused in one aspect of your life. Like, there may be, let's say for some people it would be like the focus is your social. So it's like you have to be social all the time, the entire part of the month, like the entire month you have to be thrust into this sense of like constant socializing, and that's going to exhaust you. You need to be able to move between worlds. So make sure that you're giving yourself time in the day. If your day is heavily social, to make sure you're giving yourself time in solitude to breathe and to replenish. Or, if you're spending a lot of time in very, very secular, in your face, out loud revelry and stuff, make sure that you're giving yourself time to spend with whatever is very spiritual for you, whatever is, whatever this is for you. Like, I'm not necessarily something religiously sacred, but it's just something that is spiritual for you, something that is numinous for you, something that restores your soul kind of thing, whatever soul is for you. So definitely important to be patient with all of that this month. And patience also is going to help you a lot this month. I know we don't want to hear that ever. Nobody wants to have to be patient. But it's going to help anyway if you have to. What isn't going to help is we have Fehu reversed. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth. This has to do, well, it has to do with wealth and worth. It's cattle. It's the wealth that you tend. It's not necessarily money, but it's the wealth that you tend. It is reversed on the lower line, so I'm going to read this a few ways. First of all, you may be, and this is where the devil comes in, you may be made to feel as though your worth is not worthier than what you're being thrust into. And this is where people are trying to get you to do something that is not in your best interest to do. You're like, yeah, but it's only this, and you owe us this, and all this garbage. So, and it has to do with the whole thing about being in this situation where you feel like your options have been narrowed, and you're sort of being thrust into this where you have to economize your energy. So there may be situations where people are like, if you don't do this, then you're, what kind of a fill in the blank, what kind of family member are you? What kind of worker are you? All these things. But so they may try to make you feel like you're less than worthy of what you feel like you really need to do in order to stay sane during this time and to economize your energy. Like you're not worthy of your own energy. It's like, it's terrible. So, and that's where it ties in with this, basically. People or situations are going to try to make you feel obligated or trapped, and you're not. You really aren't. You can walk away at any time. So if you start to feel like this, remind yourself, it's like, this is going to be all about balance. I have decided that I'm going to be very careful with this. I'm going to take it step by step. I'm going to move between worlds as needed. And I am going to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to pause before I say yes to things. And that's going to help me economize my energy towards the end of the month. And by the end of the month, this month is going to be so busy for you that by the end of the month, seeing nothing left on your schedule is going to be like, you can breathe. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is like bliss. I love this nothing. So by the end of the month, you will be through it and it'll be great. So that, Libra, is your reading for December 2024. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.